We know that executive functioning impacts children with autism in all kinds of ways, particularly in reading comprehension. So we also know, though it's not specific to children with autism, so children with ADHD struggle with executive functioning, and children with traumatic brain injury suffer with delays in that area. When we talk about reading, however, executive functioning really comes into mind, because what we know about good readers is, what do? They check themselves. They go, oh, did I understand that? Let me not go on. Let me read that again and make sure I get that down. That kind of repair and reflection is part of executive functioning, and that's very difficult for them. Another part of executive functioning is flexibility. And so the ability of being able to attack something flexibly is very difficult. So somebody might be reading and it may go off in a different way, and it throws them, or something within a reading passage may remind them, may have pounce on it and remind them of The Lion King. And so then they've gone to The Lion King and they have difficulty bringing themselves back. When we think about what's important in a story and what's not important in a story, and that's something that's used in summarization, which is always used as a hallmark of, do you understand what you're reading? Because you can put it in your own words, and then you can take out the unimportant details. You can figure out what are the important details and what are the supporting details. And that's certainly part of executive functioning, as well as part of being able to think about social perspective. So they kind of merge at that point. So as you can see, as I'm going through, executive functioning is a really broad term that encompasses a lot of things. In fact, people call it the CEO of the brain. So other things that involve are the working memory. So if I have to hold things in my memory, so for instance, if I said, say, horse, chicken, dog, and then horse, chicken, dog, that's no problem. But then if I say, okay, say those three words in alphabetical order, I have to hold that in my memory and then be able to put dog, chicken, horse in the right order. So that ability to hold something in a short-term memory is sometimes difficult for children with autism, although if they put it in their memory, their long-term memory is wonderful, and they are the proverbial elephant. They just never forget. So many times, those kinds of things, being able to follow through on a project, which really involves, homework, science projects, all of those kinds of things, in what order, how do I get started, all of those things really involve executive functioning issues.